what up, guys? Welcome back or to the channel. Starting to grow a little bit. We've picked up a couple extra subscribers here and there. Just uploaded the icon badge install on the 3500 today on the YouTube, so go and check that out. It's uploaded. Those badges are actually pretty sweet. I'm thinking about actually possibly getting a set for the 1500 here as well. So I don't know, I guess the background's changed a little bit. Pretty freaking cold outside right now, and I'm gonna start knocking out some of the little projects I want to do on the 1500 here. I just took her and gave her a bath today, got her all backed in. I need a good tonneau cover for this thing. I'd like to get a hard tonneau, so if y'all out there have used any or got any recommendations for me, please put them down in the comments for me so I go ahead and check that out. But yeah, this tonneau here, it's lasted about a year, and right at the pivot points on it, so right where the bars are where it pivots, on that side it's broke. So I had it off for a while. We were running picking up some furniture and stuff in the back of her truck, so I had the tonneau off of it, and I went to put it on today, and I noticed it was broke there. It's just plastic, and this is a Gator, y'all can see that, truck bed protector. So I mean, not really expensive. I think it was a couple $100 about a year ago. So I mean, we definitely got the use out of it. It's pretty sad that it broke like that, but at any rate, let me show you what we're here for. So I actually ordered these. I mean, look at that. It hasn't been polished yet. She's gonna get polished. I got like barely a little bit of room in here with this. So I originally ordered these for my truck a while ago, and I was gonna put them underneath there. It's basically a running light that goes along the pinch weld on the cab there, and I kind of put them up in place with clips, and with the running light being like that, when I have the rock lights on, it kind of drowns it out. So since my truck's got the rock lights on it, I'm going to go ahead and install these on her truck. And I actually think it looks pretty cool when you have all the running lights on. I do have the AVS light strip on the front of it too, with the hood protector. That's been on there for probably about 8 months now. That thing's pretty cool, but I'll show you guys what this thing does. So it's not just running lights. It's gonna get dark. There you go. It's pretty freaking bright, right? So here's kind of what it would look like with all the running lights on. Make sure the door is unlocked there. So we got that those up front. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if Boost Auto Parts actually sells a kit for this to actually make these mirrors work as running lights. I'm gonna have to check and see, but I kind of like to do that too. I had that stuff on my Power Wagon. It was really cool. I actually had the Gen 1.0, and I switched to the Gen 2.0, which made it really bright. And then it, you know, when you hit the blinker, it actually went off and on instead of light to dim, so, or bright to dim, I should say. But at any rate, there's a couple of functions on these. Let me see if I can do this in the dark. What do I got going on here? All right, so that's the regular light function. And then when you hit the blinker, sorry, I got a Gator clamp on this, so you'll get the idea. When you hit the blinker, it'll basically do that. I don't know if y'all can see that. My arm's in the way here. Here you go. It'll do that. And then when you actually unlock the truck and the puddle lights come on, it will turn white and light the ground up white. So it'll look like that. And then once you're in the truck and you close the door, the power will come back on. Oh, sorry, the blinker's still touching the power there. And it'll go back to that amber color. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna get them hooked up on the truck and see what we got. So I got this side stuck up onto the pinch weld there. I kind of like how you can't see it. That was the other thing with my truck. I mean, I guess if you get really low down, you'll be able to see it there. But you can just see the light shining on it, you know, if you're sitting in a car next to it or whatever. So you're just getting that glow off the ground. And my truck sits so high that you could actually see it, which, I don't know, I just thought it was gaudy that you could see it, you know, sitting on the pinch weld there or whatever. So that's kind of what I got going on right now. So I got to get this wire ran up on this side and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with it under the hood. And I'll go from there. So obviously I'm going to have to pick up the running lights. I'm going to have to pick up the blinker on each side, so the blinking function works on it. And then I'm going to have to figure out where that puddle light. So when the puddle light comes on when you open the door, there you go, the puddle light's on. Your backlight also comes on, your cargo light. So I got to figure out where I'm going to pick that stuff up. It's all got to run under the hood somewhere, and I'll get that figured out and then show you guys what it looks like when I get it done. Should be pretty cool though. All right, guys, check this out. I think sometimes I just take things a little too far. At any rate, I got the, I couldn't get down to these harnesses here where I'm going to tie the wires in. All the wires here for the lights underneath it now. Y'all seen that. I kind of just got it stuck underneath the truck yesterday just to see how it would look. I didn't even know if I was actually going to keep these on here, but I liked how they looked, so here I am the next day. Kind of got everything pulled apart here. Sometimes I go overboard, I think, for running the wires, but my wire, they got to be ran right, man. And I couldn't really get my hands down in there to get everything ran the way I wanted it. Super easy to pull this front end apart on this truck. So now I got parts laying everywhere. There's the grill in there, the top of the grill piece, and those are the two side pieces that go here. No big deal. I got the inner fenders pulled out, and I got the wiring running up right there, jumping over. So I got everything pulled down. I actually made a hole in the battery box. I just drilled a small hole right there through the side of it so I could pull that stuff out, and I'm going to run it down the factory harness here, and then I'll tie it in and get everything connected there. And the reason I'm doing it like that is it's not just running lights, it's got to run with the blinkers. So the similar thing's going to have to happen on this side, and I've not even got this one on yet, but yeah, no big deal. Now that I know how I'm going to do it, it'll make it super easy to do this side. So I'm kind of just trying to finalize everything over here. I'll get everything plugged back in and get this headlight in, and then I'll see what it looks like and how it works. I think the hard part's going to be I can't find the wire for the puddle light on the mirror. I'm not sure which one it is. So I actually broke this off, this harness, the wire that goes to the puddle light, and that's just there temporary holding it in place. But I got that wire running into the cab of the truck. So I'll definitely have the running lights and the blinkers working on this thing, but I got to work in the morning, so I got to get this truck put back together. Otherwise, the wife's going to be here without a vehicle to drive, so no biggie. We'll make it happen. If I got to stay up all night and do it and then go to work tomorrow, it's no big deal. Granted, it won't take long to put this back together. I did find a real easy way to fill this bottle up and not overflow it, though. Look at that. I can see what's there now. Let me fill that up now. Let me fill that bad boy up now. I'll try to get some video of putting this stuff all back together. Maybe I'll run a time lapse or something. Watch, I'll still overfill it. Trying to fill it up with one hand. Nope, that's not going to be enough. So yeah, pretty well, I guess I make it pretty in-depth when I pull everything apart on it. It's kind of making me wish I had some headlights ordered for this thing. I am having a very hard time right now not wanting to pull these headlights apart and paint the insides of them. I just don't have the time to do it. We got 3 days of work this week, and then I'm supposed to be going hunting again. So I literally have today to finish all this stuff, and then I'm going to be out of time. So, but at any rate, there's that word again. Any rate, but at any rate, I'm going to finish getting all this stuff tied up. I'll show you guys what this looks like once I get it tied together, and then maybe shoot a time lapse. I may end up going and I've been thinking about putting a LED behind her grill. She likes purple. If I could find a short purple LED, now would be the perfect time to do that, as I got it all ripped apart. And I think I'm going to pop her emblems off too. Now that I got the grill off here, I could actually just pop the ram out of it. And still put the grill back on, but that'll give me the opportunity to actually paint those. Maybe I'll paint those purple to match it. I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how much I got ripped apart on this thing. God, man. I just like start going at it sometimes, and this is what I end up with. Just trying to make shit right. Trying to make it to the point where I know there's never going to be an issue with any of the wiring once I'm done with it. You know, the light will burn out before something happens with the wiring. I can guarantee that, because it'll be perfect once it's in here. I don't know. Such is life. All right, let me get this stuff done, and I'll show you guys what I got. All right, guys, I want to show you this real quick. I'm getting ready to throw the headlight back in on this side. And see if these wires work. Actually, I got to tighten that ground down real quick, but this is why I pull everything apart for the wire harness for when I'm running wires. So all those wires that were hanging down there now are all nice and neat and tucked in, and this is what we're left with here. All right, so those are the two headlight plugs. So this side hasn't been messed with at all, other than the fact that I've got them marked, which one's the running light and which one's the blinker. But so this is factory. That's how it came from the factory, just like that. These two harnesses. And this is where my OCD kicks in. So, I mean, it pretty much still looks factory now after I've been in there. So all the wires are ran on this side. Everything's good to go. And I know that wiring, nothing's going to happen to it, because it's all protected. And if a technician was to get in and pull this, pull this headlight out, unplug that plug and everything, he would have no way of knowing that anything was added to this. And that's kind of how I push myself when I do all my wiring, or do any kind of wiring for that matter, on these trucks. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a real quick look at why I do some of the stuff I do. I mean, this is kind of to the extreme to pull all this apart to run that wire. I know I could have, used a tool and fed the wire up and had it, but now I know it's all locked into place. It's not going anywhere. It's not gonna, succumb to any kind of vibration or anything, because it's all ran along the stock harness. It's all tied in and it's all locked down. So we should never have any problems with any of this wiring at all on this truck or my 3500. My 3500, I think I spent more time wiring everything that I have on that than I did anything else. It took longer to wire all the wires and everything in than it did to actually put the lift kit on it, just because I have OCD when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to the wiring. I think that's probably my aviation background. All right, guys, I'm going to get this headlight back in and start getting this side put back together. And once I get the headlight in, I'll fire this thing back up, and we'll see if this thing works or not. I've actually kind of tested it. That's my little battery laying here on the floor, so we'll see if it works the way that it's supposed to work. All right, stand by for a minute. All right, here's the first reveal, guys. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see what this thing looks like. All right, running lights coming on. All right, there it is. Working off the running light switch. Let's see. So the blinker portion of it might be a little funny still, because it's going to say that the blinker's out on the other side, and I've had everything unplugged. Let's get the power on here. Oh, that's the, there you go. There's the fog lights coming on. Alright, so, left turn. There you go. Yeah, I can hear it blinking kind of funny. Nice. So now we got the sequential back, which you're not really going to be able to see right now because the truck's backed all the way up into the garage, but you can see it sequential like that. If she's going to get over and somebody doesn't see her now, I don't even know what to say. But there you go. So now I just got to run the lights. Turn this mic back around because it's facing the wrong direction. Turn the blinkers off. Light comes back on. As soon as the blinker goes off, lights out. Fall down in here. So that's basically it. Wires are all ran and tucked away. Everything's good. Now I'll get the other side done, and we'll see what this thing looks like outside in the dark. I think it's going to look pretty cool myself. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, we got everything wired. Let's see what we got here. All those lights over there are going to kind of kill it. But we should have lights underneath both sides now. There's that side. Whoa, don't step on the parts. So we got that side going. The hood's all back working. Let me make sure. I just can't pull this all the way down. Yep. Lights on the hood are working. And there's the passenger side. So I got a little light in here. Here's the passenger side truck harness. Everything's all tapped together. Wires are all ran in all nice and neat. There's the other light for the running light. So pretty much nothing left to do except get this thing all put back together. So I imagine I can get that done fairly quickly. I got everything laid out the way that it goes. So headlight, grill, all that stuff can get tightened up. Inner fender wells after the grill and the headlights. Well, in the side pieces here. So grill, so headlight, grill, that headlight's in already. It's sitting in. So headlight here, grill, the two fender upper bumper filler pieces, whatever the hell they're called, on either side. Those will get 110 mil back here. They pop into place. Inner fender liners and wheels, and then we can put the plastic stuff back up on top here. There's a grill piece that goes up there too. That was the first piece I pulled off. So there's the top grill piece, and then that's the cover that covers everything else up on the top. So I'm gonna start getting this thing put together, and I don't know, maybe I'll run a time lapse. Let's see how long it takes me to do this. All right, very cool. I like the way that looks. I think that's gonna look pretty sweet going down the road. Man, we got like a 700-mile round trip we got to do. So the white function of the lights for the doors, so when the puddle light on the mirror comes on, those amber lights will turn white. I don't have that function hooked up yet. I got all the wiring ran inside the cab, but I'm running out of time here. I got to get the front of this truck put back together and get the wheels back on it. I went over the whole leveling kit while I was down here too. So this is that Pro Ride 2 to 3.5 inch leveling kit, and I kind of went over all that. I don't know, she's put a few thousand miles on it since I leveled it anyway, so I just wanted to make sure all that stuff was tight and good to go, and everything looks good, so no issues whatsoever. All right, I'm gonna get this thing put back together. Alright guys, that's literally all the pieces. So I don't know how long it took me to do all that in real time, but not very long, maybe 10 minutes, and the whole front of this truck is all put back together and ready to rock. Just making sure I don't have any tools left in there. I got a bad habit of wanting to lay them up there and then I leave them there. Shut this down, and that's it, man. She is back together. I was going to pull these out like I had mentioned earlier and paint them, but I am just out of time. I don't have time to mess with that stuff anymore. It took me a little longer because I got too in depth in running at those wires. But yeah, it is so easy to pull the front end of these things apart. As you can see, it is all back together. I'm going to go ahead and get these inner fender liners put back in real quick. It's about a handful of screws and clips laying right down there in that tray, and throw the wheels back on this thing and call it good. So give me a few. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's back on the ground. I'll pull it out of the garage and we'll see what we got. Stand by. Audio up. I hope it is. Yeah, there we go. And here she is. This is what she looks like. The further back you are, the more likely you are to see the light. There you go. There's the other side. All in all, not bad. I kind of dig it. Here, let me hit the flashers. This is probably going to mess the camera up. So you guys can see the flash on it. There you go. All right, that's a wrap, guys. Kicked my butt tearing that truck all apart and wiring everything and putting it all back together in an afternoon. Cool. Wait for the puddle light to go away. That'll be the other function I hook up when I have more time. All the wires are ran inside the truck. You know what? I didn't even, they should flash when you unlock and lock the door too, I think. I didn't even think about that. Let's see what they do. There's the lock. Yep, they sure do. There's the unlock. Alright, pretty cool, guys. I'm going to get the garage picked up, get something to eat, and get ready for work tomorrow. I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.